Constable Blaine Stodolka joins us for this edition of Copy. We're talking pedestrian safety if you're out and about, how to stay safe. So, Blaine Stodolka, tell us about how to be a safe pedestrian when you're out and about. What are some tips for the pedestrian?
Well, the best thing for the pedestrian is to make sure that they make eye contact with the vehicle that is stopping, and not just the one vehicle, especially if it's a 4-lane or more multiple lanes. You want to make sure that you're making eye contact with all the vehicles before you step out onto the roadway. And as you are crossing, if it's a larger roadway, again, you want to make sure that you kind of slow down and stop halfway through to make sure that the vehicles in the other lane are also you've made eye contact with them as well, because sometimes pedestrians can be easily missed. If you step out on the far side and there's vehicles from the other side of the roadway going down, and there could be one vehicle stopped in the inside lane, the vehicle in the outside lane may not see you, especially if it's a larger vehicle in the inside lane. So it's very, very important for the pedestrians to make sure that they slow down and make eye contact, and that they acknowledge that, hey, I'm here and it's safe to now cross.
Yes, absolutely. And what happens if you're out at night? If you're walking out at night, what can you do to ensure your safety?
Well, make sure that you're in a well-lit area, for one, and the other thing is you may want to take extra care in making sure you make that eye contact, and the other thing is to reflective kind of material on your clothing, if that's the case. If you're just out for a walk, you may not have that, but if you're out for a run or a stroll, you may consider putting some of that reflective material on your clothing.
Absolutely. Now, I'd like to talk a little bit about cyclists. When they're on the roadways, there's kind of this ongoing debate whether a cyclist is a pedestrian or if they should consider themselves part of traffic. How can a cyclist ensure safety and make sure that drivers are seeing them when they're coming up beside them?
Okay, well, a cyclist could be either or, depending on where they are on the situation. We encourage young riders to ride on the sidewalk, and until about age 12 or so, and the reason that is just that for safety reasons. And if they're on the sidewalk and crossing in the crosswalk, they are then considered a pedestrian. So you can't ride across in a crosswalk. You should be walking your bike across, because then you are considered a pedestrian. Now, if you're on the roadway, then you are considered a vehicle, and you have to obey all the rules of the road, just like any other vehicle. So the best thing is to stop at the stop signs and stop at the red lights and do that, and don't think that you looked and you can go. You are considered a vehicle, so you need to be paying attention to the rules of the road.
Thank you so much, Constable Stodolka, for joining us today. Those are some tips for keeping you safe when you're out and about as a pedestrian.